Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Those of you who've been watching the old maps and reminiscing about previous games will probably notice this map and say, oh, I haven't seen that one in a while. It's Windstorm. And, well, we've got Steel Mike in the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 premium SPG that we know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew. Game started. Now, we haven't seen Windstorm because Wargaming took it out of the rotation after the HD maps came in, and they've never put it back. So I can only presume that they are still working on it, or they've decided that it's a bit one-sided and they're not going to put it back in at all. But I think a lot of people would like it back in, myself included, because I rather enjoyed this map. There was plenty of places that you could get good damage on the enemy. It made interesting battles because you had a town as well as the open field. And also there was some quite exciting battles as well, especially when there was very few players left. Well, the game started and we've already lost one tank. A Sav M43 tank destroyer got taken out by 4 enemy tanks that came at him. The M4 was the one who killed him. And Steel Mike's opened his account by getting a kill on a Covenanter. Okay, he's dialing in on T67, hiding in that corner. Rounds out. And another kill! So that's 2 for Steel Mike. I don't know if he's going to try and set a record for killing all the enemy team as quickly as he can. Well, that's a nice hit on the M4. I remember one battle I had in this on this map where I had an E25 charging towards me at full speed to kill me to win the battle, and I flattened him with an 152mm round from my SU-8, and I'm not sure if he was actually coming towards me to... I think he was definitely coming to kill me, but I think he made the bad mistake of miscalculating how much damage a 152mm round would actually do to his little E25. And yes, it hit him smack on, penetrated him, and took him out the game. But so far, Steel Mike's got 2 kills, but the others are hiding now. They don't really want to get hit. Now, the thing about Windstorm is that you've got the river running down one side. You've got the north end of the map, which is north of the river. The middle edge of the map, which is obviously just south of the river but north of the town. And then you've got the town area. And he's got his next kill. It's that M4, the one that killed the Sav M43. Now, you may notice we're using Sir Rusty's skin for the Fifi, the one he actually built. And Steel Mike's got the Dutch flag on, or the Netherlands flag on the side of his Fifi. He winged that T-34, and I thought he was about to wipe him out, but unfortunately the guy managed to pull back into cover. But we've got... who's that? Was that a Matilda? It is a Matilda. And there's that T-34. But he is a one-shot. Round out. Yes, now he's a dead shot. Now he's out the game. 4 kills now. Steel Mike's going for it. Rounds out the Matilda. Okay, well, standard reload time for the 105 leFH is 8.92 seconds. But I think Steel Mike's got it down to a little less than that. He's got a good crew. He's not using premium consumables, but he does have a rammer. Okay, he's going back to that Matilda. Lining him up. Get it right. Tight. And you'll get an accurate hit. Rounds out. He pulled back just in time to avoid the shell, but he did get tracked. And Steel Mike will get another round at him. Just missed. Rounds out. And this time round he did hit him. So I think he can probably kill him with the next round. But he pulls away just before we see the end of that result, that shot. And we're looking at a B1, a Char B1, which is basically the tank that this Arty is designed on. a load of captured Char B1s, captured by the Germans, and they converted lots of them into Bootpanzer, or Booterpanzer, which are prize panzers. Okay, he's trying to line up a leading shot there, missed. Come on, you can do it. Oh, we lost our teammate, but that B1 is still there. Lines him up. Oh, it's shot right over the top of him. This is getting quite interesting because he keeps missing him, but that's better. And now he's left him on a one shot and he's out the game. Well, Steel Mike, you might remember, is the guy or the player who actually managed to jump on top of a KV-1 in his Fifi. Yep, he was playing on the airfield map and he was above the KV-1. He was just below the cap area and he went over the side of the rocks and landed on top of the KV-1 and crushed him, which is kind of embarrassing for the KV-1 driver. Okay, there is a Matilda out there, so he's decided, and he's north of the river, so he's decided to actually get behind this position here. You remember this was the position people used to hide behind when they were capping, but of course this is his cap, so he needs to get into a cover position so he can see the Matilda coming. The view range on this Arty is 390 meters, so if he gets a clear line of sight on that Matilda, he should be able to see him. But remember, that's the Matilda that's badly damaged. Okay, he's now looking. There's 4 enemies out there. There's only 3 left on his team. There's the bridge near the enemy cap. Nothing in sight. Remember, they used to go up the side of the cliffs as well and hide right up above their cap area, right in the north. And he's thinking about that. They might be up there. And there's another spot that they can go even further up. Oh, there's the enemy Griller. He's in sight and he's north of the bank. North of the river, I should say. Line him up. That's it. That's it. Go for it. Oh, it missed. And unfortunately, we lost the OI experimental, but he will get another chance. Unfortunately, the Griller moved. This is getting very tight because it's now 2 versus 3. He fires a snapshot in. Obviously, it doesn't do anything. Always advise people, snapshots are a bit of a waste, really. It's better to get aim shots. But there's one of the enemy. It's the Su-85B. And he's the one who's got the most hit points out of all 3 of the enemy tanks. Round's out. Oh, he's killed before the round arrives. But that just leaves the Matilda, who was very badly damaged, if you remember, and the Griller. And the Griller's coming straight for us. He's going for the cap. It's kind of, well, brave, you might say is the word. Oh dear, some people do propel themselves, Klaus, but sometimes they propel themselves right into the enemy's guns. And that Griller's got, well, he's obviously needs to buy a lottery ticket because he keeps missing Steel Mike, but not all the time. And finally, Steel Mike nails him. And that just leaves one left, that Matilda. Now, the AT2 is the other player on our team. He's fairly healthy. He's got nearly 100% health, and so is Steel Mike. So they could go both go looking for it, the Matilda. Oh, there he is! He's coming to sight. He's just across the river, and we have been seen. The Matilda's bound to start firing at us. Lead the target. Line him up. Nice hit, 112. He's now one shot for 9 hit points. This will kill. He's tracked. Rounds out. Kill shot. And that wins the game for Steel Mike. And it also earns him a Top Gun. And he got a request to platoon at the last minute by the AT2, but I think he left it just a fraction too long. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. And here's the end of battle results. It's an ace tanker for Steel Mike in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, and he also got a top gun for getting 6 kills when he took out the Matilda right at the end of the game. So very well done indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. 1,782 hit points. He was the only player to get over 1,000, and yes, he did rather nicely. The next high scorer was the OI Experimental, who got killed, and also the 82 who didn't. And when it came to kills, it was Steel Mike again with 6 kills. 5 kills went to the 82. He should have platooned a little earlier. He could have seen that Steel Mike had 5 kills already. The 82 have 5 kills. If he'd invited Steel Mike, I'm sure he would have platooned, and they both would have ended up with the Brothers in Arms on top of everything. And in fact, if they'd invited the OI Experimental as well, they would have ended up with a crucial contribution on top of, well, wouldn't have got the Brothers in Arms then, but you would have got the crucial, and they're far more rare than the Brothers in Arms. And of course, the OI Experimental and the M4 Sherman on the enemy team were the 3rd place on kills because they had 3 each. When it came to base XP, it's Steel Mike with 963, 858 for the 82, and 652 for the OI Experimental. He fired 34 rounds in that game, and that was back in the day when there was only 42 rounds in the magazine, so you had to be careful. He actually only had 8 rounds left in the end of that game. 11 direct hits, 11 penetrations. Remember what I said in some of the other videos? Back then, in 2017, it used to be fairly easy to get penetrations on the enemy. Not such anymore. In fact, it's very unlikely, or very likely actually, that 1 or 2 of your shells when you fire during a game might not even do any damage to the enemy, even though it's a direct hit and it gets no penetration and not even any stun, which is shocking really if you think about it. 5 splash on the enemy, 1,782 hit points of damage, of which 1,661 were at more than 300 meters. So either the Gorilla or that Matilda must have been fairly close at the end. 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, and 60 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium account, he earned 43,655 credits and 4,352 for ammo because he didn't use any premium. He actually ended up with 39,303 credits profit from that game. 1,445 XP times 2 for the first victory, 578 because this is a premium vehicle, and one of only 2 premium Arties still in the game. What are you doing, Wargaming? You keep trying to flog premium tanks to everyone, but no premium Arty. Why is that? Could it be something to do with the fact that you think the player base might get annoyed if you started selling premium Arty? The fact is, you're in it for the money. So why aren't you selling stuff that you can sell for sure? You will sell Arty if you can make them, and we have suggested at least 3 Arties that you could put into the game, no problem. In fact, I can probably suggest a dozen premium Arties that could go into the game very easily. And I don't think the player base would whine too much, and if they did, well, it's tough luck. So, that's a pretty good game, 3,468 experience points altogether. Well done to Steel Mike, still at it, still culling the enemy on a regular basis, and pulling off lovely wins like this where he got 2/5 of the enemy team, and well, he really piled on the damage at the start of the game. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.